People who risk their lives for their jobs. Oil field workers. The 2010 Deepwater Horizon bursted and oil leak that execution 11 men in the Gulf of Mexico reminded the world that the staff of oil rigs had one of the most difficult jobs, both offshore and onshore. Only a few hazardous aspects of the work are heights, heavy machinery, and dangerous materials. Surprisingly, car accidents were the greatest cause of lost life for oil and mining laborers. According to the CDC, exhaustion and slow, dangerous journeys to and from rigs are two of the reasons that these incidents occur so often. In 2020, these will be the most in-demand jobs. Veterinary doctors. Veterinarians may be affected by animal bites, illnesses, and viruses, but in Australia, it's mental health that plagues workers in this field. These workers are up to 4 times more likely than the majority of the Australian population to fall victim to self-hurting, according to the Australian Veterinary Society. Studies do not recognise one single cause for the high self-harm rate, although a few common challenges for these practitioners include high stress, mental difficulties involved with euthanasia, and financial pressure. Snake milker. To remove or milk the snake, snake milkers spend their days forcing snakes, some varieties only, into a plastic jar. For many purposes, snake venom, poison, may be used, but its application in medical science or to manufacture anti-venom is the most significant. Even if protection precautions are enforced, any milking operation is extremely hazardous. The rate is surprisingly poor for milkers who have not been bitten on the job. Deep-sea fishermen. Do not imagine fishing as a calm and meditative thing. On average, because of suddenly poor weather conditions, faulty clothing, and accidents related to transport, fishermen have one of the most dangerous occupations. One of the highest fatality rates is in this sector. Fishermen face the unexpected elements of nature on open water, far away from medical aid, gambling with their lives in hopes of a hefty catch and payday. Trash and recycling collectors. For waste employees, the median annual income is $40,000, but others earn $100,000 or more annually. By keeping our streets safe, managing stinky garbage, and risking their lives regularly, they earn the cash. Trash and recycling collectors have one of the world's most dangerous jobs and the United States' 6th most dangerous work. In 2016, 31 total lost life were reported, mostly from employees falling off trucks, being hit while on the job by cars, or incidents with machinery. Underwater welders. Typically, energy and water are two elements that don't mix well, but it's just another part of the work for underwater welders. Pipelines, cars, bridges, and more are restored by workers in this sector and face a range of risks, including fires and differential pressure hazards. For one, they are at risk of drowning while a diver is caught under the high-pressure flow of water. A study by the the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, indicates that underwater welders die at a rate 40 times greater than the national average in the United States. It is important to remember that the literature is over 20 years old, and because of the limited population size in this area, studies are not regularly updated. Microchip manufacturers. Many of us love getting our laptops and tablets, but for those who manufacture them, they come at a high expense. To make computer chips, a variety of dangerous chemicals such as arsenic are used. The long-term consequences include birth defects, respiratory illnesses, while microchips do not produce an imminent lethal result. Which other jobs do you think are dangerous? Let us know.